Welcome back to AL Pond Maintenance and Supplies. First off, I'd like to welcome all the new members and all the old members. It's great seeing so many people here. The other thing is, I'd like to apologise for not putting a video out for a while. We've had some health issues, which I won't go into on this video. I may do a video on it at some point, but I don't know about that. I was asked in the comments section the other day if I knew how to change the motor on an auto clean. All Pond Solutions pressure filter auto clean. If you don't know, these filters come in two different versions. One has an auto clean on it and one has a manual clean on it. The only difference is obviously the auto clean has a motor inside. Now the motors, they do get wet. It's a design flaw from All Pond Solutions, but you get what you pay for. These filters are cheap, so at the end of the day you get what you pay for. We will go into a little solution which will help stop it getting so wet in this video. So for now, all I've done is I've disconnected it from the pond and from the pump and from the return. I've taken the side tap off just for ease so it didn't get in the way, and I've taken the screws out the top. What you have to do is take the ballast out for the UV so you can get to the motor cover first. So we just lift that up. I have taken the screws out. Hold on 2 seconds. There we go. So ballast out, if you don't know what it looks like, that's the ballast for the UV. Obviously if you're changing, we're not using the UV on this unit because it's got its own independent unit. But if you're going to change the UV bulb, if you don't know, you just undo that black hole there. Sorry, can't do this one-handed. Put that down for a second. That collar there, and then it all slides off. Take your bulb out, replace it, and put it all back together again. Very simple, very easy to do. So as you can see, so this has 4 screws in these little pockets here. They're all Phillips heads. You may find that they get blocked up with a bit of dirt, so you may need to use a little flathead screwdriver just to get them going, and then you can get them out. And then they've got 2 screws here which are covered by the cover for the ballast. Don't get your hand in the way out. I'm just going to undo those 2 screws here. Now on different models this varies slightly, but I think it's pretty much standard. So just take those 2 off. No. It's typical. They could make these things slightly easier to do, but they don't, unfortunately. Especially doing it one-handed. Let's try the other end. Come out. There we go. So 2 screws out. Now they've got a little bit of grease on them. Put them to one side, which isn't really going to help when I show you the state of this cover when I take it off. So as I said, I've already undone the 4 screws, so that cover just pops straight off. Now if you look inside there, you see all the rust on here, all that rust. That's come from water ingress into the motor area. As you can see, all the condensation build up on the inside of the cover, all the corrosion on the parts. It's not very well designed. There's a seal to it, but that's not a very good seal either. They have put a little bit of lubricant on it, some sort of lubricant on it, some sort of whatever. But anyway, as you can see, it doesn't work. It's not very good. You see the little rubber gasket there. It's not the best in the world. It should really sit into a little pocket, but it doesn't. So the easy way to do this, and it does vary on different models, but on this model here, and I think it's the same on most of them, all you have to do is undo these 2 little screws, which I'll do now. Remembering, if you can't remember, then just take a picture. Now I'm not using it, so it doesn't make any difference to me. Take a picture of where the wires go. But you see how corroded they are. Now I need a different screwdriver. Let's try electrical one. So what we're going to do is just undo these wires. As I said, remember which way around the wires go in, because it will be important when you put the new motor in, because the new motor comes with the wiring attached to it. Difficult to do this one-handed. 2 seconds. There we go. And then just the earth to do. Now it doesn't make any difference to me because I'm not using this feature on this filter. I got this off eBay as a cheap. So just take the wires out and see, they don't give you a great deal of wiring like everything else with all-pond solutions. They don't like to spend any money on their stuff. So we're just going to put that to one side. Now that will all need cleaning up before you can put new wiring on it. We'll put that to one side. Now this one here, this particular motor, and I think it's the same with most of them, what it has is, you'll find it has a little cap on top, just like that there, but that just comes off, so you don't have to worry about it. The whole motor just lifts straight out like that, and that's your motor. As you can see, it's quite corroded, that one, so that's no good if I was replacing it. And the motor should come complete like that, should be complete like that with all the gearing for this particular model. As I say, they do vary on the size of your filter. So yeah, on the other one, the slightly smaller ones, you have to set the whole thing apart, or I had to last time. It may just pop straight off, but what I had to do last time was take this whole shaft out that runs down the middle, take the paddles out, and take the circlip off the bottom. It's very simple to do, it's not exactly difficult. I'll turn the whole thing over and you can see, make it lifted up again. Sorry about that. So all these paddles here, you have to take the bottom off like you would do if you're taking the sponges off. Take these paddles off. Now they've got a little grooving on the inside of them, so they'll only come off one way and go on one way. And then there's 2 little screws up inside there. Up inside there, you just take those off, remembering which way around those little rubber lugs go, and then the whole shaft just comes straight off. It's not difficult to do, it's very easy, and then that just pops straight back in when you need to. But you shouldn't really need to do that just to replace the motor. Obviously, when you're replacing the motor, you want to give all this a clean up, because that's not great. In fact, that's not good at all. But as I said, it's cheap, so what do you expect from all-pond solutions? Now what we're going to do is give it a quick clean up. As I said, I'm not using it, so I'm not going to town on it. Let's just give you an indication. You know how to clean things up by now if you do fish or ponds and whatever filters. You know how to clean stuff up. It's not exactly rocket science to you guys and girls out there. So we're going to leave it like that. So what I'm going to do is, because this seal isn't very good on here, see, it doesn't seem to sit right. I don't know whether there's a groove or not. There is a groove, but it doesn't sit right in it. So on the ones that I change, I put a load of Vaseline, but the Vaseline I use is like food grade Vaseline, which is safe for fish. But I pack all this seal on top with Vaseline. Anything that repels water will be fine. And then all you do is just reverse the process. So this is your new pump in effect, your new motor in effect. Now obviously this is old, but as I said, I'm not using this. And it should slot straight down back onto there. He says, doing it one-handed. There we go. Slot straight back down. It's not difficult. And then you reattach your 3 wires back to your cover. Back to your cover there, which are on your pins there. And then those pins correspond to the pin holes in the ballast for the UV. It all connects together, the electrical, so you can't use one without the other. And what tends to happen is the motor for the auto clean gets corroded like that. They blow the electrics and then you can't use the UV, and if you're really unfortunate, it blows the electrics in your house as well. and All Pond Solutions will tell you all the time that it's the ballast for the UV, not telling you that it's the motor for the auto clean. Now, I found this out after about 8 months of going backwards and forwards with All Pond Solutions on a customer's pond. They weren't particularly happy about it, I wasn't particularly happy about it, but in the end we got it sorted. All Pond Solutions sent me a new motor, fitted it, and we've had no problems since with electrical blowing. So yeah, you'll find if you've got problems with your All Pond Solutions filters with the electric going, you'll find it's the auto clean motor and it's corroded. Either the connections are corroded on the ends, or the corrosion is on the lid, inside the lid there, like that, or it's on the motor itself, as you can see there. But yeah, 9 times out of 10 it'll be that. It won't be the ballast for the UV, but they'll send you the ballast anyway, because they always think it's that first. So that's pretty much it really. They're very simple to do. I said all you have to do now is remember how the wiring goes back together. If need be, take a picture, it will help. So yeah, all I can do is tell you how this one works. On the one I've done before, you had to take out the whole shaft, which I've just shown you. So I'll take that off again and lift this lot out again. Do it one-handed or two-handed. So you have to take this whole shaft off with all these paddles. So it's very easy, you just take the bottom off again. Turn the camera around. Take the bottom off as if you're going to do the filters, do the foams. Take the screw out, and then these slide off. They're very, very stiff, so it will take a bit of working. Take them all out, and then inside there you'll see two little screws, 2 Phillips screws on some rubber cups, and then that shaft goes all the way through the top. And on the smaller models, the 5000, I don't know if it's just the 5000 or if it's other models, the shaft comes all the way up, and then that screws into the bottom of the motor. So the whole thing has to come up through the top, so that's why you have to take the paddles off, so the shaft will come up through that hole. And there's a little circlip on it, if I remember correctly. Just take the circlip off and unscrew it. I think it's a reverse thread as well. Unscrew it and then just reverse the process. So screw the new motor onto the old shaft, put the circlip back on, whatever, reverse the process, put it all back together, and it should be working fine. But as I said, I can only show you on the model I have here, which is this one, which is very easy to do. As for putting some, so I use this, not advertised by them or sponsored by them, whatever, but this is the one I use. This is food grade, so it's safe around fish. Now it doesn't really matter for this purpose, but I just put a nice big thick bead, sorry, English, all the way around, as you can see. Nice thick bead all the way around, and that will help stop water ingress into the top. But as I'm not using it, I'm not really going to bother with it. We just took the wires back down there because I'm not going to bother wiring it back up because we don't use it at all. If it needs cleaning, I'll just take it apart. It's only on the little patio pond, so we don't clean it that often, maybe twice a year, which as we got it apart, we'll probably clean it a day. Put the lid back on that so I don't lose it. So yeah, all you have to do is make sure you got it nice and clean before you put the new motor on, and clean terminals on there. Actually they're quite bad and it will look like that when you take it apart. Dry it all out, put some Vaseline or whatever you want to use, grease or whatever you want to use. It's not in contact with the fish, so you can pretty much use anything that's going to be water repellent. Put it all around here, all around the silicone, all around the seal, sorry, and I put it all around the screw tops as well, so when you put the screws back in, it squashes it down, and that way hopefully you don't get any water inside of it. I reckon these last about 18 months, 2 years. That's just about when the warranty runs out on them. So if you do have a motor go before the warranty goes, definitely get one in. because it's going to save you, I don't know, I think it's, depending on size, I think it's about 25 to 40 quid, depending on which model you've got. I suspect that this one here is probably around about 60 quid or so. But it's all Pond Solutions for you. Cheap filters, cheaply made, what do you expect? As you can see, I'm not sponsored by them. It's one of them. So yeah, that's about it. I can't really show you anything else about it. I said it's just a video. I was asked to show how to change a motor. That's what I've done. I hope that's pretty self-explanatory on this model, and on other models it should be pretty easy. It's just a case of taking out the shaft, taking those paddles off it, taking out the shaft, disconnecting it from the motor, and putting it all back together again, and you should be good to go. But I would try and put some extra sealant on here, because that seal there isn't very good at all. So yeah, I think I'll leave it there. If you like the video, think about subscribing, helps the channel out a lot. If you do like the video, hit thumbs up. If you don't like the video, hit thumbs down, that's fine. If you've got anything to say, any comments, post them in the comment section below and I'll reply to them. Apart from that, have a great Father's Day. It's Father's Day in the UK, and I will see you on the next video. Hopefully I won't leave it so long. As I say, I've had some health issues which will be ongoing, but I will endeavour to get some videos out. And again, thank you very much for all the subscribers. I never thought I'd get to 749. So yeah, it's been great. Thanks again. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers. Bye.